Hello everyone, myself Dr. Madhu MP. I'm a consultant medical gastroenterologist here at Aster Harvey Hospital, JP Nagar, Bangalore. So today I'm here to talk to you about jaundice. So this is one of the common symptoms that we see in our day-to-day practice. So what is jaundice? Jaundice is basically means there is yellow coloration of the eyes, yellow discoloration of the body, and patient may pass yellow urine, or we also call it as high colored urine. This we call it as jaundice. So a lot of people think that all jaundice are same. That is not the case. So before going to jaundice per se, let us understand how do we know somebody has jaundice. One is your clinical. Second is we get a test called liver function test, where we see a parameter called bilirubin. When the bilirubin is high, we call it as jaundice. So what is this bilirubin? Where does it come in the body? So we need to understand this. So we all know there is a hemoglobin in the body. So whenever the hemoglobin is produced in the body, it stays for anywhere between 100 to 120 days in the body. So this hemoglobin, once it finishes the lifespan, undergoes destruction in the body. It is usually done by the liver. So the liver destroys this hemoglobin. Almost 80% of this hemoglobin which is destroyed will be produced into a bilirubin. So this bilirubin will undergo metabolism in the liver, and finally it goes out of the liver through a system called biliary system, finally get excreted from the urine or the feces. This is all about the bilirubin thing. So what we need to understand is jaundice can happen because of three reasons. So the first and foremost is it is a pre-hepatic jaundice, hepatic jaundice, and post-hepatic. What is pre-hepatic means? It is before the liver. So I already told you it is the before liver means it is usually happens in individuals who have problem with their hemoglobin production or hemoglobin staying in the body, or they may have early destruction of the hemoglobin. These we call it as hemolytic anemias. Common ones are sickle cell anemia or thalassemia, which is usually common in younger children or younger kids. Can happen in adults also. They are less common. So other thing which we see in commonly in pre-hepatic jaundice is Gilbert syndrome, which is very common. We see people have got their liver test for some other health check where they see their bilirubin is high. They reach us thinking that they have a liver problem. That is not the case. What is Gilbert syndrome? In Gilbert syndrome, there is an enzyme in the liver which digests this bilirubin. So the activity of that enzyme is little bit less. Normally it should be 100%. In these individuals, it will be around 70%. So that's why they have mild jaundice. So usually they are normal liver. It happens in about 10% of the world's population, and usually it doesn't require any treatment. So this is about the pre-hepatic jaundice. Then we'll move to the hepatic jaundice. Hepatic means means liver. It is liver jaundice. What are the causes for liver jaundice? The common one is alcohol. So if you take alcohol in excess amount for more than 5 years, you may develop jaundice. We call it as alcoholic hepatitis. The second most common causes are viral hepatitis. In the viral hepatitis, we have 5 types: hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, hepatitis D, and E. These are our 5 types. Out of this, hepatitis A and E we are not bothered because usually they cause self-limiting jaundice, and the jaundice usually improves within 4 to 8 weeks. Whereas hepatitis B and C are really important for us because in the long run they may cause damage to your liver. So I will come to the treatment of it in the later portion. Then hepatic jaundice can also happen because of fatty liver. Now everybody is obese, so this obesity has become a pandemic. So whenever somebody's weight is more for their body, some amount of fat get deposited in your liver, which induces inflammation. This is called as fatty liver disease, or also called non-alcoholic steatohepatitis. So this is other cause, and last cause, common cause is medications or the tablets we take, like anti-cancer drugs or TB drugs or epilepsy drugs, sometimes herbal medication. All this can also cause jaundice. This is all about the hepatic jaundice. And finally, the third component is post-hepatic. What is post-hepatic means? It is the outflow tract where bilirubin has to go out from the liver into the intestine. There could be blockade in this system, that is biliary blockade. The common one is stone, that is a gallstone or a bile duct stone, or there can be cancers of this biliary tract. Either there is a cholangiocarcinoma or pancreatic carcinoma. These things can cause jaundice. So whenever an individual comes to us with a jaundice, we take a detailed history, or there is any alcohol intake, or there are any medication, or any family member has hepatitis B or C infections. We find out what are the symptoms. They may present with varied symptoms. They may have fever, low grade fever. They may have anorexia, weight loss, pain abdomen, and they may also present with fever. And if it is an elderly patient with jaundice, and if you are suspecting a cancer, they may present with anorexia and significant weight loss. This is all about the symptoms. And we usually get 2-3 blood tests to identify the reason for jaundice. The common test we do is complete hemogram with peripheral smear to see if they have any problem with the hemoglobin. Then we do a test called liver function test. So that will tell you whether you have jaundice, what type of jaundice will decide. And we do other test called prothrombin time. What is prothrombin time? Normally liver is the one which is required for production of coagulation, that is the blood coagulant. So whenever there is a damage to the liver, this prothrombin time will get prolonged, means the values become high. These are the 3 tests we do, and we usually ask them to get an ultrasound scan of the abdomen. What is ultrasound? It's a usual scan. We do it to see if there is any problem in the liver or if there is any problem for the passage of this bilirubin. These are the tests we do. Once we have done that, so we'll decide how to manage this patient. So how do we manage? Whenever somebody has a jaundice, we tell them to take high carbohydrate diet, small frequent meals, and most important thing is we need to identify the reason why they have developed jaundice. So if it is a pre-hepatic jaundice, usually it is due to hemoglobin disorders. We usually refer them to an hematologist, means a doctor which is related to the blood. They will find out the reason and treat it. If it is hepatic jaundice or liver jaundice, if it is due to alcohol, we tell them to stop alcohol. If it is due to hepatitis B and C, there is a very good effective medicines are available to treat hepatitis B and C. So, most important thing and an important message is, if anybody in your family has hepatitis B and C, whole family should get tested so that future complications can be prevented. What are the complications that develop in this hepatitis B and C? They may develop cirrhosis. What is cirrhosis? The liver becomes small in size, not able to perform its function to the fullest capacity. In such individual, patient may develop water in abdomen, leg swelling, blood vomiting, worsening of jaundice. All these things will happen. So, if somebody develops cirrhosis, the average lifespan is only about 2 to 3 years. So, in order to prevent this complication, if you identify early, these things can be prevented. And if somebody is on a fatty liver and obesity leading to it, so you need to lose weight. How to lose weight? Need to do 2 things. One is a regular half an hour of daily physical activity, running, jogging, brisk walking, something like that. Secondly, you need to reduce your calorie intake. So food intake also to be reduced, and certain medications are also available which can be tried. And if you're on some medication or the herbal preparations, of course, we usually tell you to stop it. This is all about hepatic jaundice. And finally, if there is any post-hepatic, means post-liver, whenever there is an obstruction to the flow of bile, they may have jaundice. In such case, if there is a stone, we may do an endoscopic procedure called ERCP to remove the stone. Or if there is any cancers or anything related to the biliary tract, we may do an endoscopy, place a stent, or we may refer them for surgical treatment where they have to remove that particular area which has caused the obstruction. So this is all about jaundice. The crux of the video is not all jaundice are same. As I already told you, there can be plenty of reasons for jaundice. So whenever somebody develops jaundice, don't self-medicate. Visit a nearby doctor, find out what form of jaundice it is, and accordingly your treatment can be individualized so that the complication that can develop because of jaundice can be avoided. Thank you.